fall asleep very easily when I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I can fall asleep.
Me too.
I can fall asleep. Shut up.
Do you want to state any more obvious facts?
All right, you know what? Welcome once again to You've Been Played episode 66. This is my friend Brendan Ryan.
Best supporting actor of last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Your host Eternal. Joining us today is Caitlin, special guest.
I don't know why I'm here.
Which Pocket Morty best exemplifies you?
Well, out of the ones I have, or the ones that I've
Just
seen?
ones that exist.
Ones that exist. I gotta go with the mini Morty right now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he's my strongest.
Oh, okay. I see.
Do you guys want to hear my Morty impression?
Yes.
It's really bad.
All right, do
Okay.
it.
You can't do that!
That was really good. All right. So opening it up is something Brennan had on his heart, which is basically
on my heart. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So son charges dad's credit card for $8,000 on FIFA microtransactions.
Time to pull out the belt.
So
No, you'd hang it on the wall.
What?
Hang the belts on the wall.
Oh, I was gonna say the kid.
Just hang the
this was
kid
6
up.
days ago, but I swear I've seen this story before.
Yeah.
But basically, Lance Perkins got an unpleasant surprise when his latest credit card statement came in, discovering a whopping $7,625.88 in charges from Xbox Live.
So really it wasn't $8,000.
No, it was
They're exaggerating.
Yeah, it's a headline.
Oh, they're exaggerating. They're such drama queens.
Shockingly, these charges were accumulated over a single month, all generated through microtransaction purchases in FIFA. Worse still, Perkins gave his son a credit card for emergency expenses, so he has no legal grounds to refuse the charges made in FIFA.
He needed those blue shorts, Steven.
His son is 17-year-old, so it's not even like he's like
17.
I know.
a kid. Yeah, that's really
Yeah,
dumb.
this kid knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, so basically his son thought he was placing a one-time fee onto the card, and he was supposedly as shocked as his father. Supposedly.
Did he even have permission to do the one-time fee?
No.
You should just
No,
punch this kid.
Apparently he did.
Punch him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what it was.
He's old enough.
Back when Jurassic World came out, a 7-year-old managed to charge $6,000 in microtransactions on his parents' iTunes account in just over a week.
Mm-hmm.
So basically Microsoft has been unwilling to refund the money, but Apple agreed to back then because of the child's young age. So I think that's hilarious. I'm glad it's...
How can you spend $8,000? What is it? What?
How does he not have a thing that alerts him that his credit card is like being charged?
Maybe his limit is
Yeah.
sky high.
Yeah.
Or why isn't his bank like reaching
Maybe
out to him
his
and being
bank
like,
does
"Hey,
not
this
have
is
purchase alerts."
Probably not, I guess.
Maybe because
Should he
his
sign
kid
up
has
for-
clearly used
What?
it on Microsoft or whatever before that they weren't concerned.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like make an analogy to me not having a credit card or something.
Yeah, and I'm kind of pissed that you're not
So
going to
should this
me.
kid sign up for state of Nevada? Is that what you're talking about?
The state of Nevada
Yeah.
just come here.
Nevada
I work.
State
I
Bank.
signed up for it.
Nevada State Bank. What? What'd you do?
The state of
Yeah,
Nevada.
what about him?
I signed up for it.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
No,
You should come work at the bank.
Thank you.
really? Are you guys hiring?
Always.
Always?
Always.
Ooh, I'd be good at that job.
Walmart says the same thing.
No, we really are always.
No. Walmart
We
says
have,
they're
like-
accepting applications.
We have
Oh,
like
that's
12 million positions open right now.
That's a lot of
Why?
positions.
Because there's a lot of turnover in my position. Fun fact.
Why?
Why?
'Cause people like
Because
you roll in.
we have a lot
Go
of
fuck
upward
yourself.
movement.
What?
We have a lot of upward movement. So
Oh, I
Huh?
see.
So people get
become managers.
Wait, but
and
then where do the managers go? It
To
has
departments.
It has to displace someone somewhere.
to departments and they become VPs and presidents. And
Just like matter can neither be created nor destroyed, positions...
People
jobs
can-
will
and
be
some people
finite.
just leave. I am the only person left out of the 7 people that were hired at the same time as me.
Okay.
So it's not easy, but it's still a really nice job.
You say so.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, you should.
And we both get money.
When are
if
you
do
getting
it.
a car?
I need.
Welcome to Real Talk 2016.
I'm actually gonna look this up.
Alright, you do that. So yeah, Jessica got renewed for season 2.
What did?
Jessica Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so what are you doing? Is that your car coming? Is it gonna come,
Here it comes.
is it gonna come with the bass drops?
Crashes through the window. Da da bum 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 bum.
But no, yeah, Jessica Jones got renewed for season 2, which is
Yay.
Good.
I'm so
That's-
excited.
That show is so good.
Yes, that show was really good. Sin Bin remains
It's no Supergirl.
Sinbin remains, just like Django Unchained, one of the most stressful pieces of media I've ever watched.
What?
Sinbin, episode 9, when he's in the thing.
See, I don't know.
You don't know the episode names? Oh, okay.
I apologize for not being that deep into it.
Yeah, you know how I watch Jessica Jones? I put on one episode and then I sit there for like 7 hours.
I watched it over the course of 2 days on a weekend.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just slow.
I still haven't gotten my check hasn't cleared yet.
Oh, really?
So I can't get a
That
car.
sucks.
I had a good line on one car and they're like, we're not going to hold it for you.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Anyway,
Rough
Jessica Jones.
Rough life.
Rough life. Oh, yeah, Jessica Jones was awesome. I really liked it.
Yes.
I did not expect much from it.
Me too.
It's just Kristen Ritter, because I really like Kristen Ritter in Breaking
And David
Bad.
Tennant.
And
What?
David Tennant, yes, also.
Oh, the
David
girl.
Tennant is really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, Jane from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was,
Don't bring it up.
Season 2 was one of my favorite seasons in Breaking Bad. Her being an integral part of that is why I was really excited to see her now in Jessica Jones.
Yeah. She played kind of the same character.
A little bit.
Exactly the same character.
Yeah. You could blame
a more
Pinkman.
developed version.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. More screen time.
Well, yeah. I always looked at her character in Breaking Bad as being okay until Jesse came in and then kind of...
There is a huge
Set her off.
switch in personality.
Yeah, because all of a sudden drugs were introduced into her life again,
Yeah.
which kind of changes people when they've been on that before. So,
Stop hating on Jesse.
whatever, you just love him too.
I love
I liked
Jesse.
him a lot,
He's so
too.
great. At
He's
the
my
end.
favorite.
Gus
Oh,
was.
God.
No, Mike was the best.
Mike was the only
Great.
character that had his shit together.
Yes.
I'm so glad he's in Better Call Saul.
I haven't even watched that
You should
show.
watch it. Mike's in it a lot.
Good.
And Saul is also really good.
Well, yeah, he's
Just
great.
Like he was in...
Every time I hear those commercials, the lawyer commercials,
Oh, yeah.
enough said, call
Better
Ed.
Call Saul.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
No.
I was like, these
mean,
people actually exist. I don't have those in Maryland.
I watched like the first episode of Better Call Saul at like 7 o'clock, and I was texting her until I finished it, season 1, at like...
How many episodes are there? 6? 6 episodes?
No, I want to say it's 12.
And you finished it in one sitting?
Yes.
You're a freak.
that's-
I finished Daredevil and I watched the last 2 episodes the next day.
Oh, okay.
Because I was so tired.
Better Call Saul was so good that, yeah, I stayed up until like 3, 4 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
watching the
I watched
entire
Master
series.
of None in one series or sitting,
Oh, yeah?
but that was only
How many is that?
10.
How long are those episodes?
20, probably. Are they?
So I'm gonna.
See, I do want to watch Master of None because Aziz seems to be a really clever comedian.
It was so.
He
good.
is.
Yeah.
He's great.
And I should watch that.
You should.
I'd watch that probably before I watch more Black Mirror.
What?
You need
What?
We should
I
turn
don't
one
know,
on
the
just
first-
right now.
The first 2 episodes of Black Mirror just didn't really...
Okay, but
like,
those
super
first
impressed me.
2 are prepping you for the
I liked
fucked
them.
up.
The first 2 episodes were my favorite ones.
Really?
Yeah.
The first one was like good. The second one was
The
whatever.
pig one was the first one, and then the second one was like the...
Running.
The bikes.
Running.
It was so good! It was so good!
I might just be
Third
like
one was...
twisted.
That's
Huh?
where you like the later ones?
Yeah.
Okay. But no, yeah, Jessica Jones was great. Breaking Bad was great. Christian Ritter was great. I'm happy to see that they're taking that and doing another one. And then also, Daredevil's coming up again, and they're going to have
I'm so
Punisher in
excited.
that, and that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, because it's Shane from Walking Dead.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Is the Punisher.
The teaser for...
And he'll be great in it. I haven't even watched it.
Oh, he's a great, like... I mean, he was an asshole in Walking Dead.
He was also in Wolf of Wall Street.
Who was he?
Shane? He was the, he was the drug dealer guy who got arrested.
Oh, that's right.
Who we talking about?
Oh, wow. That was...
Shane? Do you watch Walking Dead?
Oh no,
He was the asshole in Walking Dead.
I don't watch the Walking
Okay,
Dead.
well... He was in Wolf of Wall Street. I don't know.
Yeah.
10 episodes.
10 episodes. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like Aziz. I think he's really clever. A lot like Bo Burnham. Like they're very clever in their humor, which I like.
Yeah.
More than what seems to be popular, or at least was popular in like the aughts era, like Dane Cook kind of.
Ugh.
I think everybody went through a Dane Cook phase.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody likes to admit it, but now everybody hates him.
No, everybody, but
he was in
at a point.
he was in Louis. He was in Louis, and the whole episode was Louis being like, "Hey, like you stole my material," and Dane's like, "What the fuck? Like that's the only reason like you want to talk to me right now?" He's like, "No, like man up, you stole my material." Or wait, was whatever.
Didn't Dane Cook voice the airplane in Planes?
What?
Never mind. You guys don't have small children around.
That's weird.
It's true.
That's true. Unless dogs count as small children.
No.
It's important for me that you understand that dogs are not humans.
I know they're not. That's what makes them special. I'm just saying, okay, look, this is my theory on why dogs are very special. Their lifespan is much shorter than an average human, which is why that time spent with them is much more special.
You stole that from the internet.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
I've seen that before.
Okay, I'm happy for you. Just because you saw it doesn't mean I saw it and then took it. Is that person going to come up to me and be like, you stole my material?
I'm feeling like you're in a very defensive mode right now.
I am, because that was something I came
down.
up with in my weird mind.
Okay, I believe you.
Whatever. Do you believe me, Brendan?
Yeah, you know what? I'll get cancer so that I die sooner, so that your time with me is a lot more special.
I mean,
why are we all laughing? Stop. You're supposed to tell me that that's wrong what I just said.
Well, it's not like you can go out and get cancer.
Oh, just you watch.
What do you do?
How do you think Godzilla is made?
Cigarettes you can.
Oh, yeah.
Not cancer.
Huh?
Not cancer.
You could go to
That's
like the
not what
test
made
site,
Godzilla.
just
Radiation poisoning?
That's not what made
run
Godzilla.
around for a while.
Cancer did not make Godzilla. Oh my god, alright, whatever.
Cancer is just the rapid
did you
growth of
ever watch
cells.
House of
Yeah,
Cards?
did you ever watch that?
Why is this coming up?
Because House of Cards got the release date for season 4 is March 4th. Which I'm super excited about.
No, my House of Cards story is I sat down, started the first episode twice, and both times every 5 to 10 minutes someone would need something from me.
Oh, okay.
And so I kept on getting dragged away.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just gonna I know that once I get into that show, I'm just gonna plow through it.
It's really good.
But yeah, the first couple of times I was like, everybody needs to leave me the fuck alone, because that's not a show that you can get split
Kill a
attention.
dog in the first 5 minutes.
Yes.
I don't understand why you like this show so much then.
Because
It's
it's
not an actual
ruthless.
dog. I still wake up sometimes, or not wake up, but I did this morning where I woke up and I thought about, okay, when I was in New York for, after my grandmother died, when I was in New York and I was at my uncle's house and we were watching Pitbull Rescue in the downstairs living room, and I will always remember this moment where this guy was sharing a story about how his pitbull got shot in front of him. And I still have times where I wake up or like I'm just kind of random daydreaming and I think about that and I try to understand the amount of sadness that would wash over me if that happened to me. And I feel like that is going to haunt me for a very long time. Another weird thing in my mind, I know, but
That's
Glad
crazy.
you shared that story.
yes.
Oh my
So-
god.
It's just like, it's one of those things where I woke up this morning and I thought about it and I'm like, I keep thinking about this. Like, I don't know why. I think it's because I have 2 pit bulls, so it's like kind of relate to it. But it's one of those like weird things that I'm like, I think this is going to haunt me for like a long time of like this story. Because I can't empathize with him because that's just too much. That's too much for me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
House of Cards is really good. It was a fake dog, and they didn't even actually show it. It was very, like...
Yeah, it was off screen. You just saw him do the...
Remember, you're very dog friendly.
I am. But it's a fiction. It's a work of fiction. Just like in Jessica Jones when they had the dogs, and Luke Cage is like, I don't hurt dogs. That was like a funny, like, little character thing of like, oh, that's right, we like Luke because he's cool. But he's also really cool because he's played by the same dude who was supposed to be Spartan Locke in Halo 5. And then they took him out. And then Halo 5 single player turned out to be really dumb anyway. But no, yeah, I really want to see House of Cards. Another Netflix series that apparently got like air dates this year that I don't really pay attention to is Orange is the New Black, which you...
Last season was so bad.
Oh, okay.
Was it?
Yeah, it
How
was
many are there now? Is
There's
it 3?
3 seasons.
Okay.
I wish there were only 2.
Oh, that's the same as House of Cards then. So they're like almost on the same schedule.
Yeah.
That's a show that I watch, and then as soon as I stop watching it for the day, I forget it exists.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Orange is the New Black? I've
Yeah.
never watched it, but I'm like interested.
First season is good.
Mhm.
Second season I started when I moved here, and then I stopped watching it and
The
haven't gone
second season
back.
I liked because it was less about Piper and more about all the other characters. That
Yeah,
are
'cause
way
Piper
more
sucks.
interesting. Yeah, she just sucks balls.
Is that the one
But-
where it's the GIF with like the nuns?
Scatter the nuns. Yeah.
Scatter the nuns. Okay.
But the third season was just crap.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
That doesn't seem like a show that can be sustained for 3 seasons. Like, I feel like
No.
it's only there just because it was popular.
I couldn't even
it
remember
has to
how
go
it
up to
ended
something.
until someone at
No.
work reminded me, and they were like, "It ended with all the they like
Was it
had a
the
bunch
old
of
lady?
prisoners transferred in, and that's how it ended."
Was it the old lady?
What old lady?
Oh, so they're just
Red?
like, oh, these characters are boring because we flushed them out, so now we need to bring in new characters to do
Oh.
the same
Pretty
exact
much.
thing.
Yeah. No, House of Cards I think was actually the first Netflix original series. And
Was
then
it?
Orange,
Google that.
And then Orange is the New Black was. You Google it. I'm busy.
No,
stories.
I'm busy too.
All right, whatever. I told you both. You watched it, but I told you about it. The Adam Driver, the SNL skit where he's
That was
undercover
cute.
boss.
Yeah,
It was really good.
I want to watch it.
It's really funny. It's very in tune with his character too, although it is a little bit more humorous than his character. Well, I don't know. You have to watch it, but yeah, it was really funny. That's like an actual very clever way to turn his character and then make a skit out of it.
At first, I thought you were making fun of me because I actually like seriously watch those shows.
Right, yeah,
And then I watched it and I was like, "Oh, you genuinely enjoyed this."
yeah.
Mhm.
No, it was. I don't genuinely enjoy Undercover Boss.
No.
I'm sure my parents do.
Wow.
I told Brendan that's the show that is like Shark Tank.
I love Shark Tank.
Everybody watches Shark Tank.
Why?
I guess I kind of get it, but like I didn't think it would be as big of a like
It's
phenomenon as it is
It's
right
as big
now.
of a phenomenon as Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was, how Deal or No Deal was for a while, and I feel like Survivor as well was like a super big deal for a while.
There are a couple
For a
shows I
couple
watch
years.
just because they're on my DVR because other people record them already.
Okay,
Shark Tank is one of those.
all right.
And after watching it a couple times, I'm just like how stupid some people are.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't really pull any punches in that show.
So you've been playing a game.
Oh,
I've played
Oh, did you not play that much?
I've played 3 games
You
that
played
you've
more than-
recommended to me.
You played more than me. Pocket Mortys at least.
Yes.
So how do you
Pocket
like?
Mortys.
How do you like it? Because I read a review and it was kind of like, oh, it's like a good Pokemon clone, but it kind of gets boring after like a few hours.
Well,
I've only played
I
like
never played Pokemon.
okay.
So
that's the first person I've ever met.
All right, let me give you these three. Let me give you these 3 names.
the first time I played Pokemon was when you pulled it out of your drawer like 2 weeks ago.
Pokemon Gold.
No, unfortunately, I don't know where it is, and it saddens me.
I didn't steal it, I promise.
It saddens me.
I didn't steal it, I promise.
No, okay. Let me give you 3 names and tell me which one is the coolest.
The coolest?
Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur.
I don't want to answer this question because I feel like it's very polarizing.
Just give
No,
me.
I'm
Give
not.
me
I'm
one.
not gonna do it.
Do it.
Which one is
No.
it, Brendan?
The correct answer
Yeah,
is...
Blastoise. It's Blastoise.
You didn't let me answer.
I'm just telling you what the correct answer is. What's the correct answer?
The correct answer is Charizard.
That's what I would have gone
Good
with.
thing water type kicks your ass.
Not my Charizard.
Whatever.
Anyway, I like Pocket Mortys.
Yes.
I don't like that it's a whole lot of strategy.
What?
I just want to play a game.
Oh, okay.
That's all I-
She just wants to play a game,
All right,
Steven.
I'm sorry. All right. Baby games for babies.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
I'm just saying what Colin says.
I'm just not very good at playing games.
Oh, okay.
And so
You play Fallout 4, that's like a...
I did,
That's a super tough...
and I died
oh,
a lot.
Me too. I started the game over. I'm like, I need to figure this out.
And I also played for like 20 minutes until my mom was like, I'm getting car sick. We need to stop. And I'm like, this isn't even your damn house.
That's weird. Oh, you played Alien Isolation for... Well,
No, I
I
didn't.
played it for you.
I watched a Let's Play of it
That's true. You
in
also-
real life.
She also watched me play Alien
I
Isolation.
played.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, that's
I played it too.
No, you didn't. Don't lie.
I went from one room to the other, and I'm like, this game's stupid.
You made me play.
I guided him to the save point, and then he quit and played something else. I forget. What did you play?
Probably Battlefront.
Probably Fallout.
Probably Battlefront.
I guess. But no. Did we never talked about Cibele like on recording? What did you think of Rebel? Cibele. Sorry. Give it to me again. I don't know if we ever actually.
Do you want a summary? Do you want what I thought about it?
Yeah, give me a summary first. 'Cause I don't think many people.
The
know
summary
what Cibele
is it's about this girl. It's just you playing through her story of how she first fell in love, which really wasn't love, which I think she found out looking back on this. But
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was
First time she had sex.
Yeah, that too. She was 19.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. So basically, she's in like.
And you go through her computer, and it's all of her real shit.
Yeah, it's stuff she's actually pulled from like her life. It's Nina Freeman. She's a developer at.
What is this on?
It's a PC.
Okay.
It's Nina Freeman. She's a developer at Fulbright, making Tacoma. Same people who did Gone Home.
Okay.
You haven't played, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Haven't.
Trying to think if I'm remembering this right or not. But yeah, so it's like it's really good. It's kind of 3 games in one, or at least 3 like levels of storytelling in one game.
There's 3 chapters.
And there's 3 chapters, so it's a trifecta. Basically, there's FMV, which is just full motion video, which is just live action video of her. So the first one is like her setting herself up for like a sexy picture, which was very like weird to watch. Then it's
very like not personal, but just
the way
yeah.
the way
I know
Arthur,
we had very different experiences.
Yeah, so I'll go through mine real quick, which is the way Arthur talked about it on Rebel FM, which was I agree with, is it's very voyeuristic, where it's very much I'm clicking through her hard drive and looking at selfie photos of her, and some of them are very like sexy, personal, private type of things, you know. But she totally put them out there to like in this game to make a point, and so it's like I should be looking through this because she has given it to the game for the game players to look at, but it still kind of feels weird because it's her, like it's actually her, which is like strange. But there's in the beginning of every chapter, or at the ending of every chapter, I mean, there's a live action cutscene, which is her, basically the culmination of that chapter. And so the first one is you're clicking through, and it's kind of like going through her blog and stuff, and then you play an MMO game, and you're talking with this dude over voice chat as well. And it's kind of like, you can very much tell early on that it's going to be they're going to fall for each other and it's going to end badly, because that's just what you just know it.
Yeah.
And so the whole game is kind of like going through that, and there are certain parts where like he would say things that reminded me of things I've talked about with people who live, you know, elsewhere. I guess kind of like romantically, whatever, or like crushes, basically. Like it never went like anywhere, but. It reminded me of those conversations. And then, of course it ends with, like, them having sex, and then he kind of is like, I actually don't love you, and then it kind of just ends. And it's, like, very, like, I guess it's heartbreaking, but I didn't feel like I had spent enough time with her as a character. But knowing that it is real did kind of help and lend more empathy towards her character, and knowing that, yeah, that does happen, and it might have happened. If I had chosen like a certain path in my own life, I might have been that person, or I might have been on the receiving end of that, stuff like that. So I really liked it. It was very short. It was like 90 minutes, but I think it was worth it. And it's a very interesting story that it told. And then you had some different.
Yeah, I agree with the voyeuristic thing, because even though it's like her selfies that she put out there for everyone to see, it's still you're clicking through, and you have to go through several folders to get these stuff.
Yeah.
And so you still have to dig for it, and it still feels like it's hidden and not supposed to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
I related more to her, and I thought he was creepy.
Yeah.
I thought he was so creepy. Some of the things he said, like, I actually got chills. I'm like, no.
Okay.
And people have said some of that stuff to me. And
as a girl, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, it just reminded me of some stalkers I've had.
Oh. Okay.
Like an actual stalker, and it was... Awesome. I didn't like it.
Okay.
I liked the game. It was a great game.
Yeah.
But...
So it's one of those like indie games that's very personal. Although this one is a little bit more unprecedented than other ones are. Like when you think of indie games, you think of Her Story, which is another one. You think of
Gone Home.
Like those are kind of personal tales, but this is very literally the story of her first like love interaction type of thing. So it's very strange, but very good. And I encouraged other people to play it. Like, Reese played it. I don't know if you know her. She lives in Reno. I met her at PSX when it was in Vegas, and then we became friends because we had actually been Tumblr friends before that. So her and her husband came down for PSX, and we hung out. And then I saw them at PSX as well in San Francisco, but I was a little bit more busy, so I couldn't hang out as much. Yeah, I encouraged her to play through Cibele, and she played through it, and she was like, it was okay. Like, she didn't like it as much as I did, or Caitlin did. But it's still, like, it's an interesting thing that I think a lot of people should try out, just to see if it connects with them, like it has with other people. So, but, have you played any more of her story?
No.
No? Okay.
Because I cannot search specifically enough to get to where I need to be.
Okay.
And so I Wikipedia'd it in true Steven fashion, and I found out what I needed to know.
Okay.
No, I really don't want to play it anymore.
There you go. See? You don't need to. I still want to play through it. That's like the only remaining game, besides Mad Max, for 2015 that I still want to play through.
You're never going to go back to Mad Max.
Shut your mouth.
You'll play 2 more hours of the game tops.
This, like, tonight, I'm going to play 3 hours of it just to prove you wrong.
Yeah, just out of spite.
Whatever.
It's not like you're motivated by the game. You're motivated by that classic Steven rage.
I still haven't finished L.A. Noire or Ni no Kuni. I did finish Alien, though.
You don't need to play L.A. Noire. Play Ni no Kuni. Ni no Nana.
I want to play both. What have you been playing recently?
Tell
me about
Soma.
Soma, yes.
Yeah, that was a game where one of the few times I didn't hear anything about it, and I went on the PSN, and I think it was discounted. I looked up, they had a trailer on it, and I was like, oh wow, this looks awesome. And I was like, the people who did Amnesia, and I was really excited because when I heard about Amnesia, it was my friend playing it in front of me. So I didn't get to, experience Amnesia like it was meant to be experienced. So I was like, okay, this is like a second shot. Also, I've never played BioShock. So,
okay.
Yeah, so Soma is it's like a first person game where kind of like Alien Isolation, where you can't defend yourself at all. It's like first person and you just hide. And basically, this guy wakes up in this underwater, like...
city, almost?
Yeah, like city...
Isn't it? Oh, no, it's like a research facility.
A string of facilities, and all the robots think they're human.
Isn't Soma the drug that they take in A Brave New World?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think I've ever seen that.
It just makes them, like, totally compliant and chill. And horny.
Maybe. That'd be an interesting way, or that'd be cool if they got inspiration from that for the naming.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure that I could see where a connection could be made later on.
Oh, okay.
Right now, it's just computers thinking they're humans, and actually,
disturbing.
That's a terrible.
It is. There's
just because of that one. Like, I only watched you play it for like 10 minutes.
There's a couple times you have to do that too.
Okay, and there's like one part where like you're like it's like you're killing another robot.
Well, yeah, it's what you didn't see though is like when you go up initially, you have this whole conversation where you get to know him, and he's like, "Listen, like I'm really hurting, like
awesome.
Please reach out to this person, do this or whatever." And then to get to the next room, you need to sort of like pull the plug on him, but it starts electrocuting him, and he's just screaming in agony, and it's like really good voice acting, so it like really wretched. Like,
are you human? Or do you know?
It's pretty clear that you're about to find out that you're not human, because I don't know. It seems pretty obvious that like that's the case, but I feel like that's going to be. They've been very heavily pointing towards that, the fact that you're not.
Yeah.
But like, there's, I don't know. I was kind of like, okay, whatever. This is sort of like scary, but. The reason I don't play Alien, even though I love the movie Alien, the reason I don't play those games is because I'm not good at them.
Okay.
But with Soma, I was kind of just going through it. I was like, yeah, this is fine, whatever. And then actually, I told you this, but after you left, I was like, whatever, I'll just put some headphones on. And then the story really turned a corner where it got really interesting to me. Turns out, like, the world ended. Like a meteor hit Earth
Oh.
and wiped out all
Okay.
human life
So
on surfaces.
How do you find that out?
Through audio logs and just like a bunch
Was
of
it
different.
before or after like people went down underwater to do stuff?
People went down underwater. They knew that the meteor was coming, and they were trying. There's like this one. Well, yeah, I guess I should have said spoilers, but like there's this one thing where you find this map of the world, and then there's just sheets of paper taped up, and it's just all the different countries being like, listen, our plan failed, we've got nothing left, but like, hey, good luck on your plan. And then like all the different countries are saying it in their own way. And one of them was like, okay, well, you guys may have a better chance of living, but we've got the better view. And I'm just like, oh, that's like kind of a joke, but you're talking about the fact that you're going to see this meteor hitting or meteorite or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, so like the plan was that they're going to download people's consciousness into a computer and shoot it off into space and start life somewhere else. And so once I got to that point, I was like, whoa, this is really cool.
Huh.
But yeah, the
White
part,
Christmas. Downloading consciousness.
yes, it's cool. It's a cool, like, I don't know. It was Interstellar without all the bullshit. But yeah, like the Earth is failing. We need to go somewhere else to start again.
All right.
But the but the really cool thing is the monster that's stalking you. It's like very much like Amnesia, where you don't really get a good look at it. You just kind of see it in the hallways, and basically you can't look at it because it can sense that you're looking at it. But if it gets too close, it'll mess up your circuits. So yeah, it's like kind of very heavily. He still thinks he's human, but everyone's like,
like, what's the narrative explanation for the monster?
it just showed up. It's like very. I mean, it's computer like, but they started implying that dead people's consciousness were trying to be uploaded as well. So like maybe something went wrong there. Okay. I don't know, but yeah, it's really cool because
mechanical or is it organic?
It's very mechanical. Okay. There's like a bunch of like LED lights on its head, and if you stare at it, it starts like coming towards you.
Okay. And
yeah, so the only way to survive is by getting away from it so it doesn't mess with your circuits and not looking at it. Okay. So there's been times where it's been coming towards me. I run and I hear like it coming up behind me. I turn a corner, not sure if I lost it, and I just put my head in the corner and I just hear it moving around behind me, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, that's stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alien's really stressful. The whole meteor thing reminds me of, I think it was the Nicolas Cage movie Knowing. Because that was the plot of that movie too, where the meteor was coming to Earth.
And then the kid knew.
Yeah, and it was like
there's connections in everything.
There is a sense of impending doom in that movie that I haven't contemplated for
it was good?
A while.
No, just
the sense of impending doom. Because the ending is Nicolas Cage goes to his father's house and is like, "Yeah, we're gonna die," and it's just like, kind of like one of those, "Oh shit!" Like,
I thought we were gonna fix this.
It was like, yeah, it was kind of like one of those, like, "Oh, this isn't a happy ending." Oh. Like, what if that happened to us? Like, oh, we'll be dead in a month. So
kick your feet up.
What do you do? I guess you just hang out with your family and try to make the most of it. So
I get drunk all the time.
Yeah, sure.
Like in West Virginia.
That's one way to look at it, I guess.
Well, it's either that or I'd probably finish my backlog of PS4 games as well.
You finished Mad Max.
I'm not ever gonna touch that game.
So, what do you think about Star Wars Battlefront? Since it's been some time since we last talked about it.
Joe loves it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun to play, but it's very sort of shallow. Like, I don't know. I'm personally enjoying it because it's very much, it feels, looks, and sounds like Star Wars, and I love Star Wars. Mm-hmm. Also, on top of that, I don't really get into many multiplayer games, so every time I do, it's like kind of new to me. I never played Call of Duty multiplayer, so this is like the first arcade shooter I've gotten into. Okay. So yeah, this is all very like new to me. Okay. So I personally like it. I love it. I've been playing the shit out of it. I was up until 3 when you left. I played SOMA. I was playing SOMA for a while. Yeah. and then I switched to Battlefront and went to bed at like 3:30 or 3:40 in the morning.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I know you can. I was doing so good though, so my adrenaline was pumping, so it was like keeping me. The E11 blaster.
I'm telling you, that's the best weapon.
It's not the best weapon.
It's the best.
It's very good.
Long
The
range,
1-2
mid-range.
punch though is the E11 and then the sniper. The
green,
perk.
the green one.
The one that shoots the green.
Okay, yeah.
I'm getting really good at that.
Okay. Yeah, I like it more than I thought I did. Cause like,
Well, yeah, that's because every time you play it, you go like 40 and 10. you like I would like anything that I'm that good at competitively.
it's because I play a lot of Halo, and it's kind of
Yeah, he's really good at first person shooters.
Rules.
I thought you'd be really shitty at them, to be honest.
really.
Yeah,
Oh.
because you're not a multiplayer guy.
No, not since Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 was the last multiplayer game I ever really cared about. Halo 5 I care about, but I just don't have time to play it as much as I did before. With
Yeah.
2. Because that was when I was in high
You
school.
never got into
I
Bad
didn't
Company
games.
too?
No, I didn't give a shit about that game.
Oh, so good.
I played the Star Wars Battlefront beta, and I was like, oh, this is fun, but like, I don't know.
You didn't play that much of it though.
No, not the beta. Not as much as you did, I think.
Yeah, I
and
played
now you
a
have
lot
a
of
full
it.
game, and I like, I'll pop in every now and then and steal it and be like, hey, I'm gonna play for a match.
Yeah, I'll be getting my teeth kicked in, and then it'll come in and be like, okay, I did like 25 and 3, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll just play something else.
All right, hey, young Brendan, here,
Young Buck.
young Buck. Hey,
Oh,
let
dear.
me show you the ropes. And
Whatever.
then I equip the E11, which is the one the stormtroopers use, and voila, there you are, you're winning. But no, it is really fun. Like, it's more fun than I thought it would be. And you said Joe really likes it?
Joe did.
Yeah.
That was the extent I got, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Oh, okay.
Hmm
That game's
I'm going
gorgeous.
to talk about it with him on Friday when we see Dirty Grandpa.
I'll just text you.
Oh, yeah. You forgot.
What?
You forgot to earlier?
I didn't even pull my phone out
Oh,
earlier.
okay.
Gosh, calm
but yeah,
down.
it's surprising how much I like Battlefront. Because I was kind of like, from a distance, I was like, oh, whatever. It's like it's a dumb free-to-play game that they decided to make $60.
What?
That's how I thought about it.
What makes you think that?
Card system, the whole unlock system, the cards, the way the menus are like arranged. It reminded me of like a tablet free-to-play first-person shooter. I don't know. That's just not like graphic-wise,
Well, it's Disney.
but the way that everything was set up,
Hmm.
like mechanically, like you earn little points that then translate into this different currency at the end of every match, and then you use that currency to buy.
Isn't that just
equipment,
what multiplayer games
and
are
you
like?
get recharge. No. Call of Duty, you just earn experience and you level up and you get more
Oh.
weapons and more attachments as you level up the weapon itself. It's all very RPG mechanics. This is very, you get a certain amount of points at the end of a match. They then translate that points into currency and then use the currency
Credits.
to use the credits to then purchase things. And then there's like these recharges that you can get for your abilities. Like your abilities are on a charge meter. So it feels as if like it could very easily be like, hey, pay 99 cents to get unlimited charge on this thing for an hour. Like, the way
I'm really glad there's no microtransactions
Yeah.
in the game. They could have very easily done
I
it.
look at that and I'm like, this could so easily, they could flip it and be like, hey, it's free to play, but you gotta pay for the E11.
Now that's got me concerned for Battlefront 2.
Oh, if they're gonna change it into that?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, the first one was $60 and retail. And
It was 60?
Yeah.
Plants vs. Zombies has like an actual game?
They have a third-person class-based shooter. And it's
That's a load of bullshit.
the sequel,
It's a departure.
the sequel right now is in beta, and I played like an hour and a half of it.
Oh, how is it?
It's the same. It's the same, like...
Seems like a game that didn't need a sequel.
Yeah, kind
Seems
of.
like a game that didn't need to exist.
That's true. It's like a solid class-based shooter. Like, every class has different abilities that you can use, kind of like a MOBA, surprisingly. It's weird.
Yeah, because there's little NPCs as well as...
No.
I thought there was like...
In single player, yes. In multiplayer, it is only you picking classes against other humans who have classes. And you're supposed to go to certain areas and hold areas, and there are like turrets, kind of like how there are towers in MOBAs that will shoot at you, but you can take them down pretty easily. It just feels like a hero shooter more than a like Battlefield class-based first-person shooter. You know, kind of like that. I think it's because of it's cartoony and it takes a little bit longer to kill somebody using your sun pellets or whatever your class is using. So it's interesting. It's very colorful. It's very different from like any other shooter because it's plants and zombies, which is dumb. And it shouldn't work, but it does kind of. I don't know. It's weird. But the beta is very restrictive. They like start you off in this home base and like half of the stuff in the home base, you'll go up to it and press A and it'll be like, oh, this isn't available in the beta. Please purchase the full game to access this stuff. And it's like, alright, well, I guess I'll just go play some multiplayer matches instead of anything else in this game that you're giving me right now.
It's a beta, whatever.
Yeah, so that part's dumb. It's not even a beta. It's like betas aren't betas anymore. They're just demos. They're multiplayer demos.
I think
Battlefront beta was how many weeks before that game launched? That game was gold.
Yeah, but then
that game was being printed on discs when that beta was running.
Yeah, but then there's always a patch. There's always a day one patch. There's always a week one patch. Yes, there always is.
That doesn't excuse the fact that they're calling it a beta, but it's not.
Well, I still think that they're testing the servers, because if the beta came out and crashed, then they would be very happy to know that beforehand. Because you know what? Last game with DICE.
No, because Battlefield 4 had a beta.
Did it?
Yes. It came with Medal of Honor.
On
Warfighter.
what?
It came with Medal of Honor Warfighter.
On PS3?
Yes.
Battlefield 4 was on PS3?
Mm-hmm. The game came out on all systems. No, I'm saying a beta can come out a month before the actual game comes out, perform terribly, they will still ship that game on that date.
Yeah, but...
So it doesn't matter. Betas aren't betas. They're not to test out anything.
Well, no, that's you're getting a little ahead of yourself. I think, though, that, like, games are ever evolving now. And so, like, I feel like they need to do that. They need to, like generate the information to, like, create patches for it at some point.
I guess.
So I think they're kind of getting ahead of it. I mean, okay, obviously it's a marketing thing. Obviously.
For sure, yes.
But I also think that they're looking at that and being like, okay, like, is this working?
Yeah, but not all multiplayer shooters have betas.
Not all shooters.
Not all shooters. Hashtag not all men.
Shut the fuck up.
So yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
It is definitely a marketing thing, and you know what? It worked on me. I played the beta, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, it looked.
When I played it, I was like, "This game is gorgeous. I cannot believe how good it looks." And then I pre-ordered that and Fallout.
You're crazy.
What?
You're crazy.
I have gotten my money's worth for the $60 for the season pass I bought in a frenzy after watching The Force Awakens. I haven't gotten anything. That was so stupid. I already regret it.
You're giving them money for
I know.
promises.
Steven, I know.
You know what?
Dear.
I trust them.
See, well, I'm kind of guilty of it because I pre-ordered The Division to get access to the beta. Because
on Xbox One, so we can't even play.
Whatever, you're barely touched that game.
Fuck you.
Like,
I played the shit out of Destiny. I did.
Destiny.
Yes. It's like the same idea, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Except it's third person. No, I did it because I want to do videos of the beta because obviously it's
fine. I didn't want to play.
It's gonna be a big thing.
I didn't want to be on your division anyway.
I'm still not sure you actually were gonna play multiplayer with me, even if
I bet it would.
Even if I got it on PS4.
If it turned out it was good, I would have bought it.
We can do split screen on.
Well, it depends what it looks like.
Actually, you can't. But no. That's another thing. The visuals totally downgraded from the.
Really?
Of course. Come on. This is the same Ubisoft company that put out the Watch Dogs E3 demo.
Yeah, that game looked amazing.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for that game.
Yeah.
I bet Watch Dogs 2 on release doesn't even look good as the first look of Watch Dogs 1.
Video games have this weird thing where, unlike any other form of media, the early portions that they put out look significantly better than the final
significantly.
Well,
like,
it's tinier.
Yeah.
You can put more detail into
exactly.
it.
You can sell it to people easier.
Yeah.
But, like,
That's
There's
just
no-
like the lady that tried to sell me some damn cleaner at my house at 9 p.m. the other night.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was weird.
God damn.
She really didn't want to be there, though.
I think she was part of the visit.
No, she actually is a scam artist who
Oh.
likes to get people's money, and when they come for a refund after their cleaner is like super dumb and crappy,
Oh, there you go.
she's already cashed the check and runs off.
You don't pay her in cash?
Hmm?
You don't pay her in cash?
How are you supposed to track cash?
Oh, you just pay her in cash.
What?
Then
I'm
you
joking.
never get it back.
I'm joking. But no, yeah, it's really dumb, and it's very much a video game thing where, like, The Witcher 3 had the same thing, where The Witcher 3,
Not as egregious, though, right?
No, but people got really mad, because The Witcher 3 was putting out trailers and screenshots of the game, that then when the final product finally came out, people were like, this doesn't look as good as it did before. And it's a very, like, ethical argument of, like, these companies shouldn't do this because they're trying to sell us a product that doesn't exist, technically. Like, it's still there on the base level, but it doesn't look as good as it did. And I guess it's kind of like you're selling, like, people sell cars and they make it look really shiny and nice, and then when you bring it home and
The
use it
wheels
for a
fall off.
week, it's not as good as it was.
Well, it's like clothes. You put stuff on a mannequin, you make it look super duper great, and then
Yeah.
you actually do the thing
On
and it
your
looks
body.
shitty on you.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's still
That's
like the
anything.
same material,
not
you know?
necessarily.
You don't think so?
Sometimes our mannequins had a lot
She
better
works,
stuff.
Oh.
she worked at Journeys.
I didn't work at Journeys.
Oh, don't tell me.
I don't.
Journeys is a
Justice.
shoe store.
It was a J. It was a J. I know it was a J. Yeah, no, and it's just a weird thing that I don't like. Like, I don't like pre-order, and I don't like season passes. I don't like this trend of giving things money before anything comes, like, before anything actually comes out of it. Because you're just kind of giving money away to nothing.
I'm okay with pre-orders.
Yeah?
And that's with a giant asterisk, but like,
I don't think
season passes, I'm also okay with, because it's like, okay, Fallout season pass, if you know you're gonna get it, then like go ahead and just get all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in theory they're good, but in practice they've almost never worked out.
No.
Like, I can't think of a single
There's
game.
There's no season pass that has been, like, worthwhile.
I think the Fallout one will be, though.
It might be. 100% sure, because we don't know.
I'm not
'Cause they
getting.
haven't said anything or produced anything for it.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
It's like you're giving money to something that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, they were maybe in... No, I bet you they weren't even in, like, pre-production for, like, any of the expansion content on Fallout 4 when they first, like, started pushing.
Oh,
the season
absolutely.
pass. Yeah, so it's just like, it's a weird consumer
And
thing.
Battlefront's been out for how long? And
they
they
still
haven't
haven't.
even.
Nothing.
It's something supposed to come out in March, I think.
Yeah, they're insane. Yeah, I don't know. I know I was gonna get the Division, and I just wanted to get access to the beta to do video stuff on it, and that's like the only reason I really bought it.
That's a dumb reason.
So, it kind of is, but
Kinda. Yeah.
kind of.
No.
Company. So yeah, you remember how the PSN app was like out for like a weird time on, was it Christmas or was it another point in time? Maybe it was post Christmas, but Sony was like, "Oh, we'll make up for it." So they're gonna extend, if you logged in that day or tried to log in or whatever, they're gonna extend your Plus subscription by 1 day.
Which, again, listen, you pay for 365 days. If the PSN is out for 1 day, then you're only getting 364. So they're giving you an extra day to make up for the day you missed.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's just funny because it's like Sony's like, "Oh, I'm sorry that this service."
I mean, they could have given you a week, but
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
They're making up for it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's equal. It's equivalent to what you lost, but it still seems like they should be doing a little bit more because it's like the service that they promised you failed.
I don't
So
think they have to
that's
do
true.
anything.
they don't have to, but they should.
Because that
I
stuff
don't know.
happens.
I don't
Like,
have
if
to
if
hang
my
out with
TV
you,
goes out, for,
but I should.
if you feel that way,
Exactly.
I will leave.
I have to see Brendan every day. Or no, I actually
yeah,
no.
you
I,
live
But you
together,
don't want to.
I don't have
well,
to
no.
talk to Brendan.
If my TV, like my
What?
satellite, goes out for a day,
Mm-hmm.
they're not gonna give me
They're not legally
anything else for
obligated.
free.
No, because cable companies are shit.
Well, and
Yeah, they suck.
PlayStation isn't legally obligated either.
No, but they're more forward facing as far as like their relation with.
I feel like
the
if it was in
consumers.
their control and they purposefully made it out that day, then yeah,
Oh,
go ahead
yeah.
and give them something. But if it wasn't their control, then it's like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I guess it's weird for me because Sony.
That's
has
like buying
become-
tickets to a baseball game and then it gets canceled because of rain.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's weird for me because Sony has become much more less a company and more a group of human beings that I've seen and met. That it's like weird. It's
Even
weird.
for someone who's not as attached, like, I mean, you've met these people in person and stuff like that, but like they're from, especially this generation, they've been really trying to make themselves more personable. Like
Yeah.
people know Shuhei, they know
Let's play it.
Mark Cerny. Well, that's something
Yeah, I'm
else.
just joking.
But yeah, they want to introduce themselves, you know, like the people at the top, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
like even for someone like me who hasn't really been, you know, flying to San Francisco every other weekend, like I still feel like that's kind of like part of their plan. So yeah, like I think they're going for a like, oh, we're not like just a big company, we're your friends.
Yeah, which they aren't, but
They aren't, but they're good at faking it.
yeah, they are good at faking it. So, no, I finished and played through Oxenfree this weekend, which was very good. It's a supernatural teen thriller.
played a thriller?
Yes.
Wow.
Like
have-
the breakout success obscure.
no, like the breakout success Alien.
Oh,
That was
what?
That was a thriller.
A teen thriller?
Yes. Sigourney Weaver was only 19 when she was in that role.
What?
Rare fact.
No. No. Really?
Rare fact. So
What was she? How old was she when they busted her out of cryo?
968.
What?
She was in cryo sleep for a long time. It's a rare fact. So no, Oxenfree is really good. It's people have described it as horror, which I don't really get because it's in no way like when you think horror, what do you think of? Like just give me top of your head.
Until Dawn.
That was a fun game.
Yeah.
Like what makes it horror?
Dead Space.
What makes it
What
horror?
makes it horror?
Yes.
Scary.
Blood and guts and gore and monsters and scary shit.
Okay.
Yeah, Oxenfree was supernatural, but I didn't really get the impression that they were gonna build tension and like genuine fear. Like I don't think that they were trying to make the player fear.
No.
Whereas like Dead Space, that game is
Yes.
scary.
Yeah.
That game is terrifying.
I describe it as
Five Nights at Freddy's,
Oh, that's
Oh,
scary.
dear.
That's
terrifying.
scary. That's a horror. Like wanting to make you scream. No, Oxenfree.
And it does.
Oxenfree is definitely more like people have said, Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
X-Files with like parts of it are unsettling because there are powers
No
beyond-
spoilers,
there
by
are
the way.
powers beyond your control that you are butting heads with, and because they are so greater than you are, there is a bit of like, terror there, I guess you could say. It felt more like this weird presence that was over my head the entire time, that if it wanted to, it could take over at any point. And so that's why I felt like it was more thriller than horror, because it wasn't like actively trying to make me scared or do stuff to me. It was more like the threat of it was present, and that's what pushed me.
There's one part in particular where I'm just like, yeah, they're just fucking with you right now. Like the soccer ball.
Oh, yes. That was unsettling.
It was.
That was-
But I wasn't like scared.
No. Not, well, yeah, I guess.
If that were to happen to me in real life, yeah, I'd probably be crying and
I was...
snotting all over
Yeah,
myself. But
I was fearful, but it was much more like unsettling and kind of like, I don't like this right now, that sort of thing, than anything else. But I don't know. It was fine.
what's wrong?
I can't hear anything. Why can't I hear anything? I can kind of hear stuff now. Oh well.
Okay.
But
Oh, well.
whatever. But no, it's good. It's a short game because it was only like 4 hours. The only kind of complaints that I have. The major complaint is that it crashed like 4 times on me.
I saw that once.
It did that
I
again
think
3 times before I finished the game, which is disappointing. They have said that they're going to be doing some bug fixes, and it is weird because this isn't something that I've heard other people complain about. And it would basically, I would go from one section of the map into another, and during the loading screen, it would then kick me out back to like the Xbox One UI dashboard. And then I would have to hit A and start the game afresh from like reboot it almost, like just start the program running again. So it did that 4 times throughout the 4-hour game, which is weird, but it didn't really like hurt my experience because it wasn't like I was in the middle of doing something and then it just crashed. It was during the loading screen, so it was kind of like a little bit more forgivable because it wasn't like totally breaking the pace. It was already kind of sitting there waiting for something to load. But it was still like weird, and that shouldn't happen. The only other like complaint is that the traversal is something you do a lot, and it's not super.
It's that
engaging.
It's not a platformer. It's just like
it doesn't always work well with like the direction that you're going in. Like there are certain sections where it is almost a 2D platformer, like a Mario, where you are going from one side of the screen to the next. But there are certain areas where you have to go up, and sometimes you go up diagonally. And when you're trying to do that while also being in the mind frame of a 2-dimensional plane, it doesn't work out very well, and the character doesn't respond very well to it.
That's why I was kind of confused by that, because typically when it's like a side-scrolling game, there's usually like fun game mechanics that are attached to it, but it's literally just like, okay, I'm here and I need to get to here, but to do that I need to go like left and right and up and down in order to get there. But like I feel like for that type of game, the Telltale Life is Strange type of because that would make more sense for it, because they obviously had a story they wanted to tell, and they just decided to put it in video game format.
And there are people on that team who were from Telltale too.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was really good from what I saw. Like I watched about an hour. Yeah. And that was enough for me to be like, you know what? Maybe I'll actually play this on PC, because the characters were really good. I thought most of them.
Asshole.
Yeah. The writing was really good, I should say.
She's the Maggie Jill in all of the group. Yeah. So, and I don't want to spoil anything, I guess, but there are like certain plot elements that I feel were unresolved. But there are multiple endings, which I'm curious to see what the other ones are. I restarted a game and started like doing the thing where because there are dialogue options, so I started doing the general thing where it's like I played through it once, kind of doing what I would say, and now I'm doing it and being like, okay, well, what's the
now I'm gonna be bad, or I'm gonna
kind of like I'm gonna be mean, I'm gonna be mad, I'm gonna be trying to push these people away instead of trying to have a handle on things. So I'm like going through that now, picking different dialogue options to go down that path. So I'm interested to see what the alternate endings are, because I've read a bit about them on like the wiki and stuff, and it seems like there's some pretty cool stuff that you can get on that. So let's see. Oh, last thing is, at least news-wise for you, Brendan, is Rocket League. When's the last time you played it?
When I platinumed it.
When was that? July? August?
Probably August.
Okay, because they're doing Season 1 right now, like competitive matching. So
I'm not good enough at that game.
Okay, because any online match that you play, depending on what mode it is, you'll start working your way towards a division, and it's going to end in February. And what they're going to do is, at the end of it, they're going to give people who like earned a certain spot in the division crowns that you can put as like your topper. So like people who like get the gold division will like get little golden crown toppers for you.
Reminds you of Black Mirror.
You
can buy little hats for your
for your little avatar. Yeah, that was the best episode of Black Mirror.
Second one.
Besides, my favorite one was the Christmas special.
Yeah, that was really good.
But
that one I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Until we started hearing John Hamm's story, and then I'm like, I know what's gonna happen.
Oh dear. I'm trying to think what else I played. Star Wars Rebel Assault 2.
I'm gonna just disengage right now.
Yeah, so you saw a bit of it, but yeah, it's very heavy FMV, which is hilarious because it's not good. And yeah, there's that section that I showed you where it's the scene from Empire Strikes Back where they took Darth Vader in his like meditation chamber, and then cut.
You know this isn't news, right?
And then no, I don't care.
Okay.
It's not a.
I'm just saying this is not recent at all.
Oh no, it's just what I've been playing.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Ooh. What was that? Like, ooh. Oh god. But it's totally the scene from Empire Strikes Back where he's in the meditation chamber and they cut out the admiral and then put in this other FMV dude who they hired for the weekend to do some lines.
How much did he get paid for that?
I don't know. Probably not much. Because there's no Actors Guild for, like, union for video games, really.
There should be.
So probably not much. They've been pushing for that, actually. It was news I want to say like 5 or 4 months ago, where a lot of video game voice actors were voting to unionize. So it did pass, and I think they then had to enter the next stage of like making a decision about it. So it's very interesting because some of them are very underpaid, and like the whole like situations surrounding like getting them into the studio and doing stuff with them, and it's like that type of stuff. You know, whenever there's not a union, there is a very easy exploitative angle that people can take.
Oh yeah.
On it. So yeah, it's weird. Speaking of unions, that Democratic debate is tonight.
It is.
I don't think anyone's going to watch it.
YouTubers are supposed to be asking questions.
Oh, really?
Really?
Is Grace one of them?
Nope.
You know that always amounts to like 2 of them getting questions in, right? If even.
Yes, I don't know.
Because whenever they do like,
It's
we're going to be answering questions from Twitter.
It's Connor Franta. And...
Do I know who that is?
No.
No? Oh,
And like
okay.
Francesca someone, she's actually super funny.
Okay.
I forgot her last name though. Yeah, and then Obama
Santana.
just got Obama just got interviewed by some YouTubers again.
Oh, yeah?
YouTube.
Is that the one
Takes
where
the White
people
House
saw
or
Amiibo
something.
in the background and thought Barack Obama collects Amiibo?
I don't know.
There was a video where there's Amiibo in the background, and people were speculating that Barack Obama collects Amiibo.
Oh, those are done on sets that are supposed to like emulate the YouTuber's channel.
Oh. So it might have been his
But one
Amiibo.
of Grace's girlfriends,
What?
asked questions.
Oh, I see. Brendan, did you hear the news story about President Obama potentially collecting Amiibos?
Yeah, I saw something about that, but as soon as I hear anything about Amiibo, I just stop paying attention.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think Amiibo are worth it?
No.
What do you know about Amiibo? What's the extent of your...
Aren't
It's
they,
okay
like,
to say yes. You
Amiibo.
seemed a little
no.
like...
Aren't they like the little stuff like Disney Infinity and
Yes.
yeah? I don't think so.
Okay.
I think those games are a money pit.
They are.
My brothers
There's
have
a Lego Dimensions
my
version
brothers
now.
have Disney Infinity. They have Disney Infinity 2.0. Apparently, you have to get another
3.0
Disney
for
Infinity
Star
thing
Wars.
for Star Wars.
Yep.
They have the Lego Dimensions.
But they gotta pay their employees somehow.
I bought them the
They have like 5 separate developers.
Back to the
Developers
Future
who work on that.
Dimensions.
Oh, Lego Dimensions?
I want to play it.
Yeah. The Ghostbusters one comes out next week.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy on that one because they're each like $20.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive, but you gotta pay the bills. Somehow. Play Marvel
It's a
Heroes.
money pit. It's your stupid microtransactions just in stuff form.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's in physical form. instead
Stuff
of-
form. I like
That's
that.
true. It's
In clutter form.
Yeah, it's in clutter form.
Now you
instead
got to
of
find a place to put it.
electronic. Oh, please, Amiibo people.
Amiibo are...
They find places.
Joe's friend collects the
Yeah,
Amiibos.
that's right. I made fun of him for it.
You did.
Amiibo are totally the type of thing that in like 3 or 4 years, nobody's gonna... Well, 5 years, nobody's gonna care about them at all.
It's like the light bar.
But they're
on the
gonna
Cool
just
Shop
hold. They're just gonna hold on to them for like 20 years or until the next time they move,
Oh.
and then they're just gonna be like, "Fuck it!" Like just throw it out or like.
I think they're cute.
Some of them are.
And if you're getting
cool.
them
It's
for the reason that they're
genius.
cute
Well,
and to put them,
yes.
display them, then whatever. Do what you got to do. But I
Yeah.
also think it's trash.
Yeah, they are pretty dumb.
It's not worth it.
They're $12, $13 each, and they don't really do much in terms of changing the game itself. And it is kind of gross how Nintendo has locked content behind Amiibos.
See, at least like Lego
So.
Dimensions, I bought them a whole level.
Okay.
Like that's cool.
Yeah.
But
Lego Marvel Heroes is coming out.
no.
It's gonna, or no, Lego Marvel Avengers. It's supposed to be all about Phase 2 of the movies and stuff.
Oh, man.
I don't know. There's supposed to be like some exclusive Civil War stuff, and I'm kind of interested to see if they like spoil anything for Civil War in the level
That's
itself.
been happening. Oh,
What
I haven't been paying attention at all.
what have you been saying?
No.
That's been happening.
We're
What are
talking
you
about Lego Marvel Avengers.
What were you referencing?
Well, just like generally amiibo or toys or video games that come out before the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like I see articles all the time where it's like,
why Rey was not in any of the sets.
Oh, because she was going to spoil
Because
the
she was
movie?
going to spoil the movie.
That's-
Why the Millennium Falcon set does not include the pilot of the Millennium Falcon is beyond me. But
it has...
yeah, that's a very weak
that's weak.
reasoning.
That's dumb. Did they explain why Rey knew how to use the jet?
Well, then they shouldn't have put her in the trailer. Well,
exactly.
Well, there was some misdirection there with Finn having a lightsaber only, and never showing Rey with the lightsaber.
I thought that was a nice switcheroo,
It
though.
was a good misdirection. Like, it wasn't like Batman Arkham Knight where they said, oh, the Arkham Knight is a completely original character that we created ourselves. He's totally not the Red Hood. And then it's like, oh no, he's actually the Red Hood in the game.
Or when
So dumb. It's so dumb.
not Tim Schafer.
What?
When the one guy was like, I will not be at E3, and then he drives onto the stage in an ice cream truck.
And an
David
ice
Jaffe.
cream
David
truck?
Jaffe.
David Jaffe was the creator of God of War 1 and 2. And
That's-
then... What?
It's just so self-indulgent.
Kinda.
I'm important enough to do this.
It was E3 20...
E3 is just always
It's weird.
bananas.
It's weird. Wait, did I...
My favorite Beyond joke is when,
No,
what was it?
What?
Kojima said that he wasn't going to be at E3, and then they predicted that he would just like come onto stage on a giant like platinum Metal Gear and start breakdancing.
So dumb.
That's so Kojima.
It was so great when the Game Awards happened, and it was like, well, we wanted Kojima to come, and he was planning on doing it, but then Konami's lawyers told him he couldn't.
Yeah,
And it's like,
just like middle fingers
wow.
extended. Now that Kojima is free, it's kind of like
He's
like
free.
a battered housewife. Finally, like the divorce papers are filed, and like all their friends
Oh,
are like, we can hang
man.
out again.
It was a bad relationship he had.
It was. I don't
By
think
the
it's.
New Yorker.
I don't think it's
Of all
much of an
people.
exaggeration to say that it was abusive.
It was
like
I
we don't
it was
know.
abusive.
We don't not like physically, but
Emotionally,
like
yeah.
they
I'm sure.
Oh man.
they put him through the ringer.
Sure, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, he couldn't even go to like an LA Game Awards to accept an award for his video game.
For the game that he made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Konami was like, no, you can't.
Because Konami's like, how can we maximize our terrible optics?
They were probably like, hey, you're still owned by us until December 15th,
So we're just gonna,
so you can't do anything until then.
yeah.
So,
That's
yeah,
mean.
They're Konami's dicks.
Yeah, they're
They're
terrible.
bad.
They make iPad slots games.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
They also make real slots games in Japan, and that's the only thing they're going to be doing from now on.
My uncle works for Big Fish Games.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're mobile. What do they do?
They make a lot of those like Find It mystery games
Oh,
that old
okay.
grannies play.
I think I follow their YouTube channel on my work account in order to like see what trailers are coming out.
Yeah, he works there.
It looks
I got an
really
in
familiar.
for you.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Tell him I subscribe to his channel.
Please
on one
subscribe.
account. On one account only though, my work account. And then I have my personal account, and then I have the Illustrious Magic account, which is where this will be.
His
What?
fiance's
Fiance.
husband.
Fiance.
His fiance's dad.
His Beyonce.
His fiance.
His fiance's dad does programming.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For what?
I don't know. He
Oh.
moved to France to
Oh.
do it.
Quantic Dream.
There you go.
They are the people who are making Detroit, which they previously made Beyond Two Souls,
The
which
city?
had
It's beyond human, right? That's the.
no. They previously made Beyond Two Souls, which had Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe.
Ugh.
They were both in it, and it was like a weird, not that great game.
I'm sure Willem Dafoe is like a super nice guy, but he just looks
he's creepy.
unsettling.
He's creepy.
Is he a creepy
He was
dude?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, do you know him personally?
No.
though? I'm sure he's very nice.
He's
he just
creepy.
has a very off-putting face.
Yeah, he does. And voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of. I'll always think of him in American Psycho now, from now on.
What?
I used to always think about him in terms of
He's
Green
not-
Goblin, but
he's-
now I will always.
Oh, right. He's the
The-
detective or whatever
Mhm. I'll always think of
for the murders that happened.
who's going to be the Joker?
Dirty.
He was in Fight Club. He's the singer.
Oh,
He was in
yeah.
American Psycho.
Shh. What's his name?
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Jared Leto, I'll always remember.
Was he the blonde guy?
Yeah.
In Fight Club, yes.
How did I just guess that correctly and I'm still shocked? I did not know that.
You're too blonde.
I just wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. I wanted to put a gun to the head of every panda who wouldn't fuck to save its species. Anyway, you've been listening to You've Been Played. I'm Steven. Go watch Fight Club or read the book. It's really good. Brendan, what's your recommendation?
Play The Last of Us.
All right, what's your plans for this week, actually?
For this week, I'm gonna
Play the last. No.
I'm gonna apply to jobs.
Oh, okay. Well, you can do that. Caitlin, what are you gonna do this week?
This week I'm gonna work.
All right, that's cool.
Yep. And we're gonna go to that movie.
Oh yes, Dirty Grandpa on Friday in theaters everywhere.
Oh God.
Thank you for watching. You can follow me on Twitter at @Axel. You can follow Brendan on Tumblr at Robot Propaganda
Dash
Propaganda _.
No.
You can follow Caitlin on Instagram, I guess, even though you're not
on the streets.
Let's go Tumblr.
All right,
Yeah.
Tumblr at.
Follow me on the street.
Don't actually.
Please don't.
That's the soccer. What's your Tumblr?
Wow. Everything's the same. Caitlin B. 2 E's.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more on Instagram. Like there's a 3 or 4 E's.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's all Caitlin B.
Whatever. Brendan, tell me a story. Tell me how you got your first kiss.
Oh, Jesus.
It was in 8th grade.